Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Darun Patel. So in the previous video I have explained you that what is the importance of hsrp and why we need it. So in this topology now I will do the real-time testing so that you can understand the real need of hsrp. So before to implement hsrp in this lab, first I will let you know or demonstrate what will happen if I don't have hsrp in this topology. So you can see I have three router 4, 2 and 3, which is connected with switch 1, and then there is one computer. So first I will check from the computer that this computer is able to reach this destination network 192.168.40.4 or not. So let us do some testing. So I'm going to PC, and what I will do in this PC, I will check that is I able to ping on this machine or not. So the command is hsrpconfig. First let me check what is the IP address. So I have configured the IP address 192.168.10.100, and I have two gateways. So the primary gateway is listed on the top, which is 192.168.10.2, and if the primary gateway down, so I have also added the second gateway in the list, which is 10.3. So first let me check ping to the final destination, which is 40.4. You can see I can ping. Let me open one more command prompt, and then with this I will do trace route to the destination 192.168.40.4. so this time traffic is going as expected, because the 10.2 in the list on the top. So now what will happen if I shut down the link which is facing towards switch 1 on router 2? So what I'm going to do on router 2, I'll go to router 2 and shut down the link, which is F0/0, this one. So go to the global mode and interface, shut down, link is down. Let's see what will happen. So let me do the continuous ping for this, and I want to confirm is it still reachable or not. So right now request time out message is coming. So let me trace route. Now I can see there's a ping is going on, and my destination address is 40.4. so this time traffic is going to the second gateway. So far there is no need of hsrp. So why we need hsrp in this topology? Okay, let me bring the primary gateway in upstate. So I will go to router 2 back and give the command no shutdown. That's fine, link is up. I'm saving this, and once again going back to PC, and let me check is it going back to the primary gateway or not. So the IP is 40.4, so I'm tracing to 40.4, and this time it should go to the primary gateway, which is 10.2. yeah, so it is going to 10.2. that's fine. So now what will happen if I shut down the link which is connecting to router 2 to R4? So this time I'm going to be shut down in the interface F1/0. So in order to do this, I'll go to this interface F1/0 and shut down. The moment I do this, it will send the destination unreachable message back to host. So that means you will see destination host unreachable. And if I open the command prompt and once again do trace route to this IP, you can see it's going to 10.2, and since the link going to upstream is down, so the traffic is drop. So now I really need to implement hsrp so that I can provide the switchover in case my uplink is also down. So let's begin. Let's configure hsrp. So for this what I will do, I'm going to router 2. So in this topology, I'll configure router 2 as active and router 3 will be the standby. So by default, it's using the election process in order to choose what will be the active and which device will be the standby. So this is using the election mechanism. By default, that one is using the priority, which is 100. So highest is better, and if the priority is the same, then the highest IP address will be the tiebreaker. Since I want to make router 2 will be the active, so I have to be increase the priority on this device. So all this configuration will go on the link facing towards switch 1. So I'll go to the router 2 and on the interface. So right now, if I show you the interface F0/0, I have only configured the IP address. So what I will do on this, so before to start the hsrp, I want to set start the debug for standby. So I want to see standby events so that I can do what is going on real time. So the first command is standby. Standby, it is asking for the group number. So by default, hsrp is running in version 1, which is having the group range from 0 to 255. You can see 0 to 255. So you can pick any number from this range. Let's suppose I'm going to use group number 10. So this group must match between primary and standby routers, in this case router 2 and 3. So I need to choose the virtual IP, since the hsrp is using the concept of virtual IP and the virtual bank. So virtual IP should belongs to the subnet, which is facing towards your switch side. So I'm using the last IP address, which is 10.254. The moment I start, you can see it's going to be, it is going to the different state from init. So state 1 is init to, it's going to listen, and then you have speak. Then after speaking, so now it is sending the hello message to the other one and waiting to exchange process. Yeah, it's not receiving, so this is becoming the active. Since by default preemption is disabled, so preemption must be enabled, so that you can ensure that your router 2 always be primary whenever it is alive. So in order to do this, I'm using the command standby 10 preempt. That's fine. I also want to track the link which is going to R4, which is F1/0. So by default, it is using the decrement value, which is 10. So because I want to make this router is active, so I have to increase priority, which is I'm setting 120. Default is 100. Then once I set, you can see it is now announcing the priority from 100 to 120. Next task, I also want to, as I said, I also want to track this interface. If that is down, so traffic should move to your standby router 3. So what value I need to be set, because the by default the decrement value is 10. So I have to be set that value if in any case the link is down, so that value must be subtract from the configured priority. So I have 120. So 120, if I set the value at minimum 21, so it will be lower than the default value, which is 100. So router 3, which is acting as a standby, that is I need to be configured with the default value, which is 100. So what I will do, I will say standby 10, then track interface, which is F1/0. Now it is asking the decrement, so I'm setting 21. That's fine. So the configuration from active router is complete. So what I did so far, it's show run F0/0. So first of all, I set the virtual IP, then I set the priority, then I enable the preemption, and I'm also tracking the outgoing link, which is going to R4, and setting the decrement value 21. By default it is 10. You can also now verify this by using the command show standby. So right now this one says state is active, and it's using the virtual IP address 192.168.10.254. so this virtual IP should be common between 2 and 3 in this example. Since I am using the hsrp version 1, so the virtual MAC address is 0C07. I can see the last number is represent, that is the group number, so convert into hexadecimal. So 10 is decimal, A is equal to hexadecimals. Then you can also see we have the default hello timer is 3 seconds and the hold down timer is 10 seconds. Preemption is I have enabled, but you can see right now the priority is 99, and this is giving the signal that this interface f1/0 is down. So if I confirm this by using command show IP interface brief, so it says it is admin down. So what I will do, I'll go to the link and give the command no shut. The moment I do this, so now it says the priority is going from 99 to 120, and this time if I use the command show standby, so it says I have configured the priority is 120, and it is not able to yet find who is my standby router because I have not configured yet. So by default hsrp is using the version 1. Then I'm going to R3 and configuring the required configuration on that routers. So go to R3. This is once again the link facing towards switch F00. I'll say standby 10 IP 192.168.10.254, and then it's must enable the preemption also. So standby 10 preempts. That is the only thing I need to do on standby router. So if I use the command show standby, so it can see right now it is going in speaking state, so sending the hello message to other one, and then making a tiebreaker decision that do I become active or standby. So since this is using the default priority is 100, on the other side I have configured 120. So that means you can also see the priority of the active router is 120, and that is using the physical IP address is 192.168.10.2. That's fine, perfect. Both router is converged. Now this is the testing time. So what I will do, I'll go to once again PC, and this time the gateway IP must be the virtual IP which I configured in the hsrp configurations. So in order to do this, I'm going to change the gateway IP to do this virtual IP address. So your 10.100 physical, the IP address of this machine, and my gateway is 192. It's 10.254. That's fine. Close it. Now do some testing. So I'll go to the command prompt, and first I will do the tracer, which is destination is 192.168.40.4. So you can see, as expected, this is going through the primary router, which is router 2. So let me open one more window, and I'll do the continuous ping to the final destination 40.4. So the reply is coming from that destination also. That's also fine. So what if this time if I shut down the link which is connecting to router 2 to 4, what will happen? So let's do that testing. So I'm going to router 2, and this time what I will do, I'm going to be shut down the link F1/0 which is facing towards R4, and want to see the result. So this time it should move automatically to the next router. So speaking, deactivating, and this is going from speaking to standby. So if I use the command show standby, you can see this is now becoming standby. So now you can see that since the interface which I is tracking f1/0 is down, so I'm setting the decrement value 21. So this is subtracting from the configured priority 120. So 120 minus 21, this is 99. So since the router 3 is using default priority, you can see now the active router is 10.3. What is this PC saying? Is this continuously sending traffic or not? Yeah. So there is no packet loss. So then I'll do the trace route. This time traffic should go via the next gateway, which is 10.3. So you can see traffic is going to 10.3. So this way the hsrp can provide you the automatic failover in the topology and make the life easy. I hope you enjoy this session. Thank you.